opening faceoff. For the 108th time, it's Syracuse and Hobart. And it starts with a faceoff violation against Rachusa. Gary Gate talked about it a lot, Evan. If Syracuse can win the faceoffs today, then it's going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, and that's been a challenge for them, right?
The angle. It goes to the Harlem native and James Green.
Another invert here.
Marked by Carter Rice. Thought there was going to have a screen, but no! Instead, Hobart strikes first.
This invert offense, it looks like that's what Hobart's going to rely on a lot. It sets you up for a good matchup at X behind the net, allows you to facilitate without that long stick pressure. So you see here, it's just a size up of your matchup. You're one-on-one with a short stick defensive midfielder. Get an angle on the goalie, put it in the back of the net. Easy as that. Great shot.
Considine's 11th goal this season. 11 goals and 1 assist. So who's the quarterback of this Hobart offense? Great speed and even better stick skill. This is a guy that we've been watching all week, Anthony DeTalis. Loses his footing though on goal line extended.
They move Alexo on DeTalis. So Alexo's become the go-to cover guy.
As Will Mark makes the save, but finish that thought.
He's always going to cover the best player on the team. It doesn't matter if they play midfield or down low. Alexo's the #1 cover guy, and that's a great quality to have in your top defenseman.
And we talked about it throughout the week with head coach Greg Raymond for Hobart, how it's going to be a tougher matchup for DeTalis as he progresses into that leadership role and being the best goal scorer, because now you're going to have a pull on you and no longer short stick D-middies.
And all eyes are on you too. So Hobart needs somebody to step up, and that's really what's going to bring this offense to the next level. If they're the second guys, Delano, some others can really fill up the net and help DeTalis out.
Coach Raymond trying to figure out who that second option can be. Mentioned Delano a ton. Not too much scoring so far. 5 minutes in, Hobart's up 1-0, and now it makes it 2-0.
You're going to go back to the well if it works. We saw another invert there. This time it's Chad Bach. Again, one-on-one, Syracuse might need to start sliding a little bit early here. Bach's a big midfielder. He's able to use his size, back down, nice little inside roll, and then tucks it past Mark. You can't ask Mark to make this save. This is one-on-one with the goalie. Great move.
Coach Raymond also, he rips it on, and it goes off the crossbar. Syracuse will keep, though, as Cole Kurtz was there.
Just how we were talking about the short stick matchups for Hobart, if you can get Owen Hiltz with a shorty, you go right away.
100%. The stick skill and him moving around as well. Gary Gate talked a ton about how Hiltz needs to continue to be moving his feet on offense, because that just elevates his game to a whole new level.
He's an elite stick handler. If he can get...
Oh, look at this! You just knew it was coming. Joey Spallina going behind the back just like he did it at Maryland. Does it here against Hobart.
22 doing 22 things. We talked about in the opener how good Spallina is at getting to his spots. Watch him methodically dodge here. He's not sprinting, slow, absorb the contact, get to that 5-and-5 spot, and then he's got the stick skills to bury it. Fantastic finish behind the back. That's going to be his trademark. He did it all in high school. He's going to keep doing it on the hill.
Sports Center
mentioned it. He's not imposing as an athlete. He's not big. He's not super fast, but he's just such a high IQ lacrosse player. He knows what he wants, and he goes and gets it. So that behind the back, he's practiced it his entire life, so it's second nature for him.
Now Spallina with that goal. He's top 10 in the nation in points as a freshman. Just tells you why Inside Lacrosse gave him so much praise yesterday.
Another accolade for him.
And with that, too, the Orange are on the board, finally. Normally you see them go quickly on offense, but that's not the case. Make it 2-2, though. Michael Leo knocks this up in a pair.
Michael Leo's probably the best dodger on this Syracuse team. He's so quick and he gets downhill. What we really need to work on is his shooting, right? He's not the greatest shooter on the Syracuse team. He's had trouble finding the net. Right here, he's downhill, great release, buries it low and away in the goalie. That's a tough save. Great shot by Leo. Yeah, there's a lot of chatter from the fans. It's worse when you're on the bench. I liked playing and not being so close to him.
So Syracuse goes with a new faceoff man in Jack Fine, and he picks up the Orange's first win this afternoon. It's 2-all here in the Dome between Hobart and Syracuse. The Statesmen scored the first 2 goals, but then the Orange answered right back with a goal from Joey Spallina, another behind the back, that is. And then Michael Leo knotting us up at 2. Here's Griffin Cook out on the wing. Picks up a double team. Now cuts back. Thought about a shot on the left side, but that's not the case. Back to the lefty Hiltz. Oh, look at the swim dodge, getting some space, but no dice after that. Shot put on, that's a goal! Jackson Burtwhistle doing what he does best. And the Orange are in front for the first time today.
Syracuse is spinning the ball really well right now on offense. Everybody's getting a touch, and it's moving quickly. There's no wasted possession, no wasted cradles. This honestly starts with Griffin Cook getting the defense off balance, then over to Hiltz. Hiltz makes a couple moves. All eyeballs are on him. He's got great vision, finds Burtwhistle, and he's got a cannon. Puts that in the
reset again, this time with Leo, the freshman.
Syracuse is getting good looks. Take your time. The shots will come.
At the wing. Move again. Fires and scores! Wow! Top shelf for the freshman.
I said figure out the shooting, but I think he's got it down. Michael Leo has 2 goals already. He's a very difficult cover. He's got great speed, goes hard to this left hand, and then he's right in the middle of the field. There's a tough save for a goalie because he has the whole entire net. He lets that rip high and buries it.
Back to Simmons, has the opening, spins left, now back to his right. Great defense put on by Mark Sinat, the A-10 Defensive Player of the Week. Leo off the screen. Back to Thompson, here's Hills, rips it, sticks it! You knew it was coming!
Syracuse is on fire. We got Owen Hiltz, the big shooter, canning this off. But we've talked about it already a bunch of times. They're moving the ball so well. They're making plays on offense. Everybody's getting touches. We have the save from Mark in transition, and this really could have changed the game here. If Hobart scores here, it's a completely different view. Syracuse is applying pressure on offense, but Mark makes a save, gets it down to his guys, and then, as I said, Syracuse is spinning this ball around. You got Finn Thompson throwing a dime down to Owen Hiltz, and he doesn't need any time. He can can that upstairs whenever. Sideline. It's a huge play when a D-midi can make a play like that on his own, get it down to the offensive end. He stood up Bach there, who has a goal already. That was massive.
It's a huge play as well, especially when you're playing against your brother.
Of course, family in the crowd. He's fired up.
We're looking at shots of family throughout the game. We kept asking ourselves, who isn't here from the Rosa family? Here's Cole Kurse. Moving to his left, thinking about a shot. Now he puts it on and scores. The Newhouse kid with this burst.
We've seen individual efforts. We've seen team efforts for Syracuse's offense so far. Here's another great individual effort. When you're playing defense, you don't want people to get into the middle of the field, and that's exactly what Cole Kurse was able to do. He comes up with his right hand, rolls back to his left, and then he continues to carry. He has all that net to look at. That's a really hard save for a goaltender. Perfectly placed by Kurse in that off-hit position. Not many goalies are going to make that save.
The Orange bench fired up in the waiting seconds. Orange coming into this matchup 5-4 overall. Win against St. Bonaventure on Tuesday, then last week during SU's spring break, a win against Hofstra.
Got the third line middies out there for the first time today.
Shot put on, that's a goal! Joey Spallina once again.
No need for the middies when you have Joey Spallina, I guess. Good look for the threes. They get the ball moving up to 22. This is Joey Spallina's sweet spot shooting. He always cans it on the man up. Here he's doing it on the 6-6. All he needs is time and room. It's not an uncomfortable angle for him. He drops his shoulder, sticks it up high, gets Wilson moving a little bit there. You name it, he's doing it.
It's only up from here for the Mount Sinai native. Here's Delano. He's silent as well. No points today, but has 8 goals and 5 assists this season. Talks about as potentially one of those second options for Coach Raymond's offense. Here's Green at X. It's Taylor's. His shot, a bouncer goes! The West Jetty Wildcat on the board for the first time today, and Hobart has finally answered.
Their go-to guy in DeCalis was going to have to step up at some point, gets a favorable matchup, and this is just money in the bank for Hobart. Sizes up Rosa, goes to his left, nice little split dodge back to his right hand, low and away on Mark. Perfect shot from DeCalis. That's big for Hobart too. Your emotional leader getting you guys back on the board closes the gap against Q.
That, in shoulder pads, in practice, calling timeouts midway through just to have that game-like situation.
Coach Raymond said he always had been a leader. Even when he was a freshman, he had that in him, so they weren't worried about him stepping into that role, but they're very happy to see it come to fruition.
Very happy to see a goal on the board as well. Last time we saw Hobart score was around this time in the first quarter. But now another chance brewing here.
I don't think the score indicates what Hobart has been doing so far. Mark's made some good saves, just some drop passes inside. Hobart's offense looks better than the scoreboard indicates.
You're going up against what was the time the best goalie in your conference. Another shot put on. That's a goal as well. This time it's Bradley Simus.
That's going to juice up Hobart. Back-to-back goals. Just said it. Their offense looks pretty good. They're starting to do what they want to do. You had DeTalis getting a short stick matchup on the last goal. Here we have Sigmus going to the middle of the field. When you get to the middle of the field, it makes it very difficult on the goalie.
Set, drops it in X to DeTalis. The screen has the opening, rips it. Marcus there with the save. That one almost got away from the netminder, but he comes up with it. That's 8 stops now.
DeTalis is going to want that back. He got to where he wanted to go, got to his strong left hand.
Hobart has nothing on this Cuse defense on this possession. Maybe something here though. As Jack Grooms gets his first touch. Rosa blocked once again. That one didn't really come much from an angle. And Mark, he's 6'2", 210 pounds. Good size for a midi. Shot put on, that's a goal! Tyler Cortez this time gets on the board. Third line midfielders going at it again, partner.
And he's fired up. We talked about depth being so important with the second line midfielders. How about the third line midfielders? They got a ton of looks on this possession, and then they cash in with Cortez.
The Orange are lighting it up right now. They lead Hobart 8-4 with 3 minutes left in the second. In a newly formed A10. Here's Spallina. On that screenplay, bouncer misses wide to the left. This time it was Alex Simmons with the shot. You got 32 seconds on the shot clock. 1:03 on game. Leo on the wing. Spins to his left. Fires, scores! Hats off! A hat trick for the freshman.
This kid is playing out of his mind. He's finding his game before our eyes right now. He stepped on campus and he was one of the best Dodgers on the team. What Coach Gate wanted him to work on was his shooting. Well, I'll tell you what, today he's figured that out. His third goal of the game, a nice little rollback. He's essentially unguardable, and then he uncorks a high-to-high shot, top left corner. Great in college lacrosse, honestly. And he had such a connection with all the players. They talk about him like he's their second father, and they feel that even after their careers, well after.
And Roy Simmons III talked about how in 1986 they beat him. Yeah, they did. It was a D3 school. As Sam Alexo drives in, the bouncer is stopped by Wilson.
Definitely a low angle. Spallina pulls it a little bit. You can't really tell. Leave it up to the officials.
Now here is Curse on the doorstep. They score.
That was definitely a shot on goal. We have 22 getting involved in all different ways today. Here he gets stuff started on the end line.
PDJ kids are going to love this one.
Spallina from X carries up. He's got a lot of attention. And then Kurst, great all-around player. He can dodge, he can cut and finish on the crease. There you see him in that finisher role.
5 minutes into the third now. Syracuse still holding on to that 10-4 lead. Hiltz puts on a shot, misses wide to the left.
Syracuse looking for that pick play for Hiltz to get that left hand free coming up top. He's so deadly in that area.
How about top shelf? Syracuse continues to answer, and this time it's going. That makes it a 7-goal Cuse lead.
The reserve midfielders have been huge for Syracuse today. They're scoring big goals in big moments. Here we have an individual effort, a nice little swim.
That take one knee. So Hobart is 2 men up for 30 seconds, but will be a man up for another 30 after that. There's no 27, it's 19 to 23. Oh, look at the scoop shot. Hobart takes advantage, and this time it's Alex Rosa.
Absolute gas from Alex Rosa. Was just about to highlight him as the danger man on the man up, and there he makes Syracuse pay. He's got a huge shot, 9 goals on the season, make that 10 after this one. Gets Syracuse defense rotating, finds a pocket in the defense, and then he's got this great low to high shot right in the upper corner.
That moves so quickly. You and I were talking about how we blinked, and next thing you know, there were 3 minutes left in the second quarter. No penalties were called.
Tale of two halves, clean game, and now we're getting a little dirty.
Here's Roa, dishes to Griffin Cook, the bouncer goes! The captain's 7th goal on the year.
An and one for Syracuse. They get the flag, why not go get the goal now? They've been moving the ball so well. They're exposing the inside on Hobart. Have a nice drive here by Roa. Looks inside, finds Griffin Cook. He cashes in.
From Roa.
It's a good take. I think some of the guys who haven't gotten involved here are going to start getting more involved. Roa hasn't really been too involved in the offense. Look for him to take some more shots here.
This is the third quarter that Syracuse outscored St. Bonaventure in 9-0 on Tuesday. Today, outscoring the Statesman now 4-1 because it's a hat trick for Joey Spallina.
Or the guy who's been involved all day can keep being involved.
That too, that works.
But we did see Roa involved back there on the pick play. We talked about the big littles a little bit here. Here he's setting the screen for Spallina. Big miscommunication there for Hobart. That check's not going to bother a guy like Joey Spallina at all. He comes around, takes the extra step to greatness, beats Wilson easily. Getting this hang-up view, no pressure on him. He's got the defenseman stuck in the crease.
The Orange love to play the waiting game. Patience is a key. Up top to Leo. Has 3 today. Behind the back pass to Hiltz. There's a save. The putback, though, is there. Finn Thompson gets on the board in the nick of time.
Finn Thompson is a smooth operator. He's never uncomfortable on the field. We have a great pass from Michael Leo to kick this thing off. Nice little rollback. He sees Hiltz flash, throws a behind the back feed. Hiltz gets some good speed on that shot, forces the rebound, and then Finn Thompson, right place, right time.
26-2. Here's Delano, has an opening, shoots, stopped once again by none other than Will Mark.
Hobart's a very strong dodging team. They're getting good looks. Delano there rolled back at the middle of the field. Wasn't his strong hand, but still a clean look from 12 yards out.
So they've been on the air for like 6 minutes. Guess what it is right now? And we said 4-0, 5-0. No, it was already 3-0. Just in a blink of an eye. That's just what it tells you with Kayla Trainer's squad.
Kayla Trainer's building something special.
She did when she was here as a player, as a bucket comes loose. The chippiness and physicality that we saw in the third quarter carrying over into the fourth.
It's a rivalry game with a lot of history. Even if the score is not close, you're going to have chippiness. These teams don't like each other. So when there's an opportunity to hit someone, you're going to take it. You have Hiltz there, gets a good lick. But this is going to carry throughout the game. Hobart's going to be a prideful team. They're going to do their best to...
30 seconds interference.
And back to your point, to everyone seeing it. Let's check this out.
Some frustration from Hobart.
Orange can go up 10. How about the quick stick shot? This time it comes from Roa.
This is too easy for the best man up unit in the country. You have Hiltz carrying. Right here he's carrying behind. Birtwistle just makes a simple cut to the middle. No one covers him. Tic-tac-toe.
Quickly dishes. 20 seconds to shoot for the Cuse. Spallina coming off the stick. Maybe goes behind the back. Sidewinder this time is stopped.
Great save. What a save by Wilson. You have the best player on the field today, carrying up to his strong hand, shoots it low and away, does everything he's supposed to do, and then your freshman goaltender makes a sweeping kick save.
He's done his part.
If I'm Coach Raymond, I have a lot of confidence in Wilson after it.
John Herlihy, his shot, 5-hole, and one.
Hobart's had some great individual efforts today. Hurley's goal is the next one.
That is not interference.
So it looks like the flag will be wiped off because it was a 30-second technical foul.
His first of the afternoon, fifth of the season, to number 9.
Back to Herlihy. Picks up this ground ball. This is actually Sam Alexo, which is a tough cover. But he makes one hard move and just goes. No slide help, nice jump shot, beats Mark. This is a hard save for Will Mark. When you jump, you get more velocity.
Oh, it missed wide to the right. Wilson had no idea. Simmons was just inches away from making Sports Center.
You have Wilson looking up at Finn Thompson, thinking Finn Thompson has the ball, and Simmons just misses a highlight reel goal.
Went to the wrong corner, but Simmons is back with it. Could you imagine Spallina behind the back and then the hidden ball trick as well? That's a 1-2 punch every lacrosse fan wants.
How about another Spallina behind the back for good measure?
Now play. He keeps it rolling.
Simmons couldn't deliver on the hidden ball trick, but Spallina's got some tricks of his own. Again, this methodical dodge, absorb the contact, get to this 5-and-5 where attackmen really like to get because they have all their options. And then Spallina has coined this shovel backhand shot, puts it in his right hand. Defensemen have to respect the righty shot, and then he just tucks it behind his back, low corner.
Looking for that hat trick. Cohen with the spin. His shot, it goes in! Hop on that bandwagon while you can!
Johnny Cohen's got a complete game. Over the last week, we've seen him shoot the ball, feed the ball, and today he's been dodging. His first goal was a swing move, low angle, nice up top finish. Here he takes his time on a brilliant inside roll, absorbs the contact, nice little dip past Wilson. Cuse is rolling.
Herlihy with a chance. Does he get his second? No! Marcus there with another save.
Herlihy there tried to do the same thing he did on his goal just a few minutes ago with that split to his right hand, jump shot low and away. You're not going to fool Will Mark twice.
From Kemp. Still looking for some options. How about another behind the back? Wow! Blake Earlbeck. This time getting creative.
We've seen the creativity all day. Syracuse is feeling it. We got our guy Cohen here with a nice feed, threads the needle. That's the only angle you have there to shoot that behind the back. Cashed it in, piping in too for good.
These one bid leagues, that's your season right there. That determines if you're going to the NCAA tournament or not.
You think about it, you can't really afford a loss. You don't know how it's going to shake out, so every game feels like a must win.
And Hobart gets back on the score sheet. Losing in his sick in the process, Wisconsinite, that's his second.
Considine's a nice player with a big shot. And what I like about him is he knows how to get his hands free and get shots that he likes. Here he does a nice little underneath finalizer move to split to his right hand. And then he's coming up field. Nice shot overhand, fools Thompson on that inside pipe close, and it was just little decision making in the fourth quarter. So I think they have the goods to do it.
And the Kraus-Simmons Trophy is staying right here in Syracuse, New York. The Orange get their 9th straight win over Hobart. 18-7, the final inside the dome.
Great complete game from Syracuse. Defensively, offensively, the depth scoring. Hobart fought hard. I don't think the score really indicates how tough of a game it was, especially in the first half. They'll look to improve going into that A-10 play.
The Orange get an 11-goal win. And now the Kraus-Simmons Trophy awaits for the Orange. Make that 80 wins for the Cuse in this series against Hobart.
There's Carly Randall, Director of Operations as of this year with the trophy.